Earlier today, the Secretary of State announced the designation of the Houthis as a specially designated global terrorist, effective February 16th for threatening the security of the United States. Since November, the Houthis have launched numerous missiles and drones towards international merchant ships, as well as U.S. and partner naval vessels defending the safety and security of commercial shipping across the Red Sea. These attacks against international shipping have endangered mariners and disrupted the free flow of commerce and freedom of navigation. For the past several weeks, the United States, with allies and partners around the world, has made clear that there must be consequences for those attacks. And today's designation follows on our military action last week to hold the Houthis accountable for their actions. As always, we are working to mitigate any adverse impacts of this designation on the people of Yemen, including through the issuance of 5 general licenses by the Treasury Department designed to ensure that food, fuel, critical humanitarian aid, and essential commercial goods are able to continue flowing to vulnerable Yemeni civilians. The United States is the world's leading donor of humanitarian assistance to Yemen. We recognize the grave humanitarian situation there, which is why we are taking these steps to minimize harm to the civilian population. At the same time, we will continue to make clear to the Houthis that their attacks against commercial vessels must stop, and we will remain prepared to take additional actions if necessary. The effect that we think it will have will be to allow us to deny the Houthis access to the U.S. financial system. It will. So I don't think they have a bank account at the Bank of New York, but people have ways of trying to get around and find access to the U.S. financial system. And this will give us tools, not just to go after them, but also to enable the imposition of sanctions on any other bad actors who support them, something that we weren't able to do, but now we're able to do because of this designation today. I don't know what attacks on those ships has to do with the conflict in Gaza. In fact, I do know what it has to do with the conflict in Gaza. Nothing. It has nothing to do with them, which is why the point that we have tried to make clear in marshaling this international coalition to impose consequences on the Houthis. So the message to Iran is the same as it was to the Houthis, which is attacking unarmed civilian vessels that are just sailing through international waters, has nothing to do with the conflict in Gaza, and we will do what we need to deter those attacks. We do condemn those strikes. We've seen Iran violate the sovereign borders of 3 of its neighbors in just the past couple days, and I will say that the difference is the context very much matters. I think it is a little rich for, on one hand, Iran to be the leading funder of terrorism in the region, the leading funder of instability in the region, and on the other hand, claim that it needs to take these actions to counter terrorism. So when you've seen us take action, it has been in Iraq, where our forces are at the invitation of the Iraqi government. That's the only reason our forces are there. And you've seen us take action against the Houthis, which we have done as part of an international coalition and after a United Nations Security Council resolution condemning the Houthis for their attacks on commercial shipping. So I certainly wouldn't want to speak for Iran. I will say that we continue to deliver a message very loud and clear. We've heard us say it publicly, and the Secretary made it clear to a number of partners in the region when we were there, including countries that have diplomatic relations with Iran and have conversations with them, that we do not want to see the conflict escalated, and we do not believe they should want to see the conflict escalated, but also said very clearly that we will defend U.S. personnel and we will defend U.S. interests, and that will not change. So all I can do is speak for the United States and make clear that we don't think it's in anyone's interest, including Iran's, to see this conflict escalated.